So for this part, we're going to have a look at how we divide by a fraction, or in this case, how we can divide mixed numbers by fractions as well. All right, if we start by having a look at question 11, we've got 1 2/3 divided by 2.5. So before we start doing the question, we need to convert our mixed numbers into improper fractions, also called top-heavy fractions. So if we start with our 1 2/3, well, the denominator is a third here, so when we make it into a top-heavy fraction, the denominator will be a third. We should know then that there are 3/3 in the whole, plus this 2/3, giving me a total of 5/3. And then if we deal with our 2.5, then again, the denominator is going to be out of 2 because it is here. We know that there are 2 halves in one whole, so there'll be 4 halves in the 2 wholes, plus the other one gives me 5 halves altogether. And now we can start to answer the question. So the 1 2/3 is 5/3 divided by the 2.5, which is 5/2. Now, to be able to do a division question with fractions, there's a quick, easy way to remember it. You keep the first fraction the same, you change the divide to a times, and you flip the second fraction upside down. And then when you're multiplying fractions, it's actually quite nice and easy. You just multiply the top two, so 5 times 2, and multiply the bottom two, 3 times 5. That will then give me 10/15. And we need to simplify it as much as possible. So the common factor that goes into 10 and 15 is 5, so they're both divisible by 5. 2 5s go into 10, and 3 5s go into 15, and you're done. If we have a look at question 12 then, so again, we've got a mixed number here, 2 1/5, so we want to make that into an improper fraction first. So we know the denominator will be fifths. There are 5/5 in one whole, so 10/5 in 2 wholes, plus the other fifth here gives me 11/5. And now I'm ready to start doing my calculation. So my 2 1/5 is 11/5 divided by 1/3. And we can follow the same process. So we keep the first fraction the same, we change the divide to a times, and we flip the second fraction upside down. And then we multiply the two numerators, and we multiply the two denominators to give me 33/5. So that is a top-heavy fraction, so ideally I want to convert it back into a mixed number. So to do this, I want to know how many times does 5 go into 33? It goes in 6 times, with a remainder of 3 out of the fifths that I had before.